Hello everybody and welcome back to Shamrock Valley. So the previous episode was actually a live stream. Hopefully you saw that. If you didn't, then it is actually archived on the channel. You didn't miss an awful lot, but I was discussing a few different things, and also I did mention that we have managed to fertilise all the fields which we wanted to fertilise before the spring. It is now spring, and it's going to be very soon time to start mowing. In fact, I would be mowing now if it hadn't rained all night. So hopefully, after giving the cows their total mixed ration, we can go out into the field and start a bit of mowing. That is the plan. So yeah, what I've got is two different machines working with the feed mixer. I'm hoping to do one mixture today, but also totally fulfill their requirement for silage, because that is actually 50% of the base feed for cows. So if we can totally do the silage, at least they have the correct amount of just normal feed which they'd be expected to be given available to them all the time. This is the very special feed of the power food. So yeah, this is a bonus. This is improving their productivity. I've been trying to decide what the correct mixture is for this particular mixer. I think I did mess it up slightly because I did put 3 hay bales in, and if I was going to do a mixture without straw, that would have been alright, but if I'm doing it with straw, for padding it out and making it a cheaper mix, it's 1 bale too many. So what I've got here is a straw bale, quite clearly. Well, I did have anyway, I've just pushed it in there. Let me just get it out of here again. There we go. I'm hoping, despite obviously losing a large amount of material here, this is going to make an okay mixture. I know exactly how to make a good mixture now, it's just I put the incorrect amount of bales in before. So for the second mix, if we do one today, I will know. As you can see there, that's all within tolerance, so that is fine. So yeah, it's going to be basically a morning to focus on improving the animals' health. Thank you to everybody who did mention in the live stream to make sure they have water before moving on a day. I did read your comments after the live stream when I had a bit more time, and yes, I have done that. I gave them water, so we have lost no animals overnight. My engine has stalled, which is very annoying, and I did also give the sheep some food. Well, I say food, I gave them a bale. Okay, well the workshop is right there. You know what? I think we're going to have to go into there to service this tractor. I should have done it before. We couldn't have been closer. Perfect, right. It's going to be expensive, £856, but no more engine stalling, so that is good. Yeah, so I've opened up the barn door around the far side instead of trying to get around the front here. It's a bit too narrow. The gate over here should be shut though, because otherwise the cows would technically escape. Now actually, yeah, I didn't do a video yesterday. I did the sort of overview of the milk transportation featurette video, and one thing which I noticed in the comment section was quite a few people saying, why on earth do they have milk churns? Why in this day and age wouldn't they have a tank for you to go up to fill up your mobile tanker to take it over to the dairy? And actually that made me think of something, and I thought that, well, I don't know this is the reason, but I would guess the reason for that is because not necessarily everybody who is, you know, totally mad keen on farming is going to be playing the game. Some people might not know a thing about farming, no offence, but they might not know a thing about it. They want to play the game for fun, and I think even somebody without a farming background would understand a milk churn. So it's going to be obvious where the trigger is, if you know what I mean. Whereas if it was just a tank, it might be more difficult for somebody with the less farming background to know where to go, basically. So yeah, it might become, well, it would be very obvious to people who are actually in the farming world and they are familiar with these things every day. But for those people who are just playing the game purely for fun, just to see what farming is all about, they might not associate a tank with transporting the milk, so they might go with the milk churn. So that is my opinion, a bit of a long-winded explanation, but that is my idea. So yeah, because after all, the game is for everybody. It's not just for people who farm in real life or who are mad keen on farming. anybody can play it, and yeah, not everybody's going to know what things are. Like, sometimes in my videos, I don't point out the obvious things because I assume that everybody knows what it is. But actually, from reading my comments, I shouldn't be like that, and I have changed since that, because not everybody does know the technical farming terms for them. I don't know them. I don't know them all. I know some for different things, but I don't know them all. And yeah, like when I say something which is a term used in agriculture, some people say, what's that? I don't know what that is. So yeah, I mean, it's fine in my opinion, having the milk churns. So there you go, there is my very long-winded answer to people's question about why it's got milk churns. That's my opinion on why they've done that. Okay, so we might as well do a second load. I think, yeah, we'll do a load which is going to be with, yeah, we'll do a load with the straw. So that's going to be 2 of those, 1 of those, and it's going to be a big bucket load of silage. We'll take the telehandler back over there in a second. Actually, I should be able to get all these in one go with auto load. Hopefully, anyway. There we go. Yeah, so I've got no problem with those 3 going in. That's not going to mess up the mix, but having the 3 in there wasn't ideal. 3 hay bales was just too much. There we go. That is 63%, so I'm hoping that the remaining amount is going to be silage. Yep, that's looking good. So off we go. Let's go and stick the silage in, and also we're going to actually fill this thing totally to the top with pure fermented silage for their base food. Come back, tractor. It's running away. So here we are, just parking in position to load up the feed mixer with this lovely silage just here. And then I think, yeah, once we've done this, we should be able to move straight on and do the grass, although I might have to give some more food to the sheep. Because, yeah, I gave the sheep and the cows water yesterday, but I only gave the sheep 1 bale to be getting on with. I think the feed over here, though, is fine for the cows. So, yeah, it's just going to be a case of giving them a few bales, and they should be alright for 3 more days. There we go. I think it tends to be about 1.5 bucket loads. Yes, because that's brought it to 77%. It just changed colour, so I'm assuming that's when it converts over to the total mixed ration colour. Yep, keep going with the silage until we hit the top. And it's, yeah, it's only 9% remaining space, but the rest of it can go into the trough. There we go. Very good. So, let's go and feed them that. It's actually a pretty big feed mixer now we've gone for. It's just about capable of running it, this tractor. Almost 29,000 litres. It's interesting they didn't take the hay bale. It must be just out of the trigger. That's piling up too. That'll be a job for tomorrow. We've got to start the grass today. I'm hoping there is going to be enough grass out there. The funny thing is, it doesn't always look like there is a massive amount of grass on the field, but then if you cut it, it turns out to be quite a lot. So, yeah. We mustn't just assume there isn't much grass because it looks thin. How's that doing as well? Perfect. So the power food is actually full, and I was going to fill up this machine with the silage, but maybe we can just get away with using the bucket, although, yeah, I'd prefer to overfill it than underfill it, so I might just go for a full load. I think it accepts it all, you know. I don't think it's going to worry about stopping when it's at the right allowance. Just keep going until it's taken as much as it wants. Okay, right, it's back in position. We'll just keep loading this up. Actually, I'm surprised how we've got through that already. I think there's more than it looks though. It's probably around 100,000 litres. So yeah, there should be no issue. We should never run out. Not in this series anyway. We've only got about, what's it about? 15-ish days? Less than 15 days. Crikey, FS19 is coming fast. I reckon that's going to do. So we'll take this round and we'll fill up the trough. And then we can get the mower set up on the Claas tractor, which might need a service. I don't think it does, but yeah, we'll take a look. We don't want to be stalling in the middle of the field. Never a good thing to do. We can watch it fill up on here. It went amber, that's weird. There we go, it's better. Hopefully it's going to become totally fulfilled. I'm really hoping it is anyway. Yep. Good. Well, it's probably a tiny bit off, but it's certainly good enough. That is plenty. So there you go, cows. Hopefully you enjoy your food. And your dung patch. Yeah, we'll definitely have to sort that out tomorrow. It's horrible. Right, let's just put this out here. If there's space in the shed, we can reverse it in. Yep. And as the Claas tractor is here, we can just jump out of here and jump into there. Lots of jumping about. There we go. Does it need a service? No. 30 engine hours or 11 days left until maintenance is required. Now, I better shut the gate too. Now, I'm fully aware of the rain, which is currently on the forecast, and it's not a good sign actually. It's not looking good. Obviously when it rains on it, it can rot the grass and you lose a large amount of it. Which means the only thing I can do is have a setup where we cut, bale and wrap all in one to make silage. Otherwise, yeah, we're going to lose grass here. I was going to do hay, but yeah, that was before I saw the forecast. So I will think about it and hopefully we can do this. It would mean having 3 tractors on the go. Then again, we could always have the forager going, which would save having to have another big tractor powering the baler. Yes, that is actually not a bad idea. It's still going to take quite a bit of power, but if we put the Fiat on the forager and put the Ford on the windrower, we should be able to do it. Hopefully. Which means we'll have to open up the second silage clamp, or the silage pit, to be able to fill it. Yes, that will do. It's actually turned out really well, because everything which we need for this job is exactly what's in the way in here, so we sort of emptied it accidentally. I suppose what we'll do as well is before the end of the series we'll sell everything here. We'll sell the silage and just make the money back, but as we've already discussed, the money from 17 is not transferring to 19. We're not going to cheat at the beginning of 19. We're going to play properly and earn the money fairly. That is always the best way of doing it. Obviously, further down the line, I will be probably transferring money, because what we're going to do is we start properly, and then the money transfers from the first series to the second series, whatever it may be, on a certain map. And it's still fair, because we've still made the money. We're just transferring it across from one farm to another. So which field should we go to? I'm thinking if we go to field number 5, something like that. Wrong side of the road, Daggerwin. Yeah, I played too much ETS 2, I think. I don't do many videos, but I play it an awful lot. Actually, no, field number 5 is the most recent one we've put Slurry on. So probably field number 4. It's a big field. Yeah, it's a very big field. So we'll keep going until it rains, basically. But in theory, except for the carting back to the yard, this shouldn't take very long. I know someone's going to say, oh, use cosplay and stuff, but yeah, it's not really necessary for this field, because I think we can probably cram quite a bit into here. in your own time. Next thing is going to be a big crash, or I should probably stand behind the gate. Run for your lives. Are you going to make it, Fiat? I don't think you are. You're not going to make it around the corner. I think it's a good job you stopped there. Let me just sort things out here, and we'll get started. Here it goes. Obviously I have to make sure I've actually set things up correctly. Otherwise we could have a windrower not windrowing, or a forager not picking anything up. So yeah, I'll just keep looking back to begin with. But as you can see, yeah, it looks thin on the ground, but then when you cut it, there's still quite a good swath there. It's not massive, obviously. Oh yes, I must remember the windrower is probably wider. So if I go too close, it's going to clip the side. I might have gone too close there. Super close. I think the forager's picking up. So yeah, we'll get cracking. We don't have to finish today. Just have a nice leisurely mowing session. Right, so I've just stopped because I know the other tractor is about to be... Oh, it actually is 100% full. You've probably already seen from the quick time-lapse there... The quick time-lapse. Yeah, the time-lapse there, that it was a bit too small. The tractor's a bit too small for the forager. We're kind of killing the Fiat. Ideally, we should rent a bigger tractor. I think we're going to have to do that. Yeah, I was just trying to make do, really, but yeah, it's not very fair. It's not very fair to put this massive thing on this Fiat tractor. I know a lot of people want me to use the Fiat, but I think its job is best suited to feed mixing. Yeah, its use is definitely for the feed mixer. So, we might come back with a rented tractor. Oh, my brakes are on full. Wow. Yeah. That is tough. So when we get back to the yard, we'll stopped in the perfect place. We'll transfer. I can only imagine what it's going to do on this hill. I can only imagine what speed we're going to do on the hill, if it can pull us up the hill. Come on! You're skidding your wheels. 3 miles. Wow, I'm actually impressed. I thought it was going to be 1. Looks to be quite a bit of weight on that tyre. Ouch. That is heavy. Quite satisfying watching the tyre though. The way it pancakes at the bottom. Very squidgy. If we get a really good spell of weather, we'll produce some hay and we'll actually create pellets in the field with the pelleting machine. It should be good fun. Now I need to turn around here. There we go. So yeah, I'm not too sure how many fields are going to be actually put into this pit. I should think several, because we're going to do probably around 5 or 6 fields of grass, and only one of those, if we even get the opportunity, will be hay. So, yep, close that. We'll drop it off and swap tractors. I really don't know what to go for. We'll have to take a look and see exactly what the prices of all these different machines. The way I'm looking at this is because this is the end of my FS17 series, main series, except for Let and Farm, we can just use the money up. We don't have to worry about having enough for the next series. I was considering a Case Optum, possibly a 313 horsepower. That should be enough. That looks good. It's going to be a nice opportunity to use this tractor again. Oh yeah, that's good. That is a very nice tractor. I just couldn't bear to see the Fiat struggle. we get to have the first drive. I think the Fiat did get down to 1 mile per hour going up the hill. When it was running the loading wagon, it was pretty tough. So if we can beat 1, then it's paid off. I would expect it to still get down to 4 or 5 miles per hour, because it is surprisingly steep going up here. It's 10. My foot is to the floor, by the way, on the accelerator pedal. Still doing well. That is very good. Wow, still 10. I suppose, yeah, it's 300 something horsepower. 9. Oh no, 8. This is where it killed the Fiat. Come on, 7. Yeah, I thought that was going to happen. It might hit 6. But yeah, anything over 5 is good. No, there's 6. 5. The turn is always tough. Back to 6. There we go, so we hit 5. Still pretty good. It's going to keep up alright. Okay, so we're going to probably start to go up and down the field instead of doing the headland. Although, for this setup, it might be better to go around in circles. It'll make a few people dizzy, though. That's still going. So we should be able to just continue, hopefully. Okay, so we almost got finished. It's such a shame the rain has arrived. We are playing at times 15 for a reason though. It's so we do progress, so I wouldn't want to put it to times 5 just to avoid the rain. So, that can be finished tomorrow. We're going to have to let it dry off. It's better to leave it not cut, because then it can blow around in the wind. If you leave it cut, it's just going to go all soggy and start to rot. So, yep, no point cutting anymore today. 83% full, so it looks like it's going to be a perfect finish, really. Well, obviously not perfect because of the rain, but a perfect timing for the fill level of the forager. Right, we better get over there. 90%. Hopefully, this swath is going to fit in. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world, but it would be good. It's still on follow me, and it's got 9% left. I think it is going to fit. Place your bets. Do you think it's going to fit? I think it is. Perfect. Right, we better stop there before it crashes. Lift up the pickup, put some lights on and some beacons, and we're going to call it a day. We're going to have to unload this. But that is just short of 150,000 litres of grass so far. That is astoundingly good. To be honest, I'm quite surprised how this tractor does struggle on the hill. I know it's a very heavy load, but it is 300 and something horsepower. I'm wondering, I don't know if it does rot or not, but I'm hoping the grass in the pit isn't going to rot because it's being rained on. I'm assuming it is now recognised as chaff. Yeah, I think it is. It's looking fullish. It's got a good amount in it anyway. So, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. And until next time, I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.